As a part of option buying video series, today as a first part of the video, I'm going to discuss about the hero or zero trading concept in option buying. So this is going to be the first part of hero or zero, and in coming weeks I'm going to make more videos on this series on hero or zero trading in option buying. So in this video we are going to discuss what is gamma blast, because many of you must have heard of gamma blast very frequently, especially on expiry days. So what is that gamma blast and why 2 rupees option sometimes it goes even up to 200 rupees in few minutes? So what is the fundamental reason behind option moving like that? Because you know that till just few days back we had daily expiries, except Saturday Sundays we had expiry on every day. So with everyday expiry we had expiry days for almost 22 to 23 days in a month. But with the recent circular now, there is no everyday expiry. There is two expiries every week, that is Thursday and Friday. But last week of the every month is going to be the everyday expiry. So overall, you can see that we are going to have almost 12 to 13 expiry days in a month. So that is what this hero or zero strategy which I am going to discuss. It is mainly for expiry days. That means this strategy have opportunities on almost 12 to 13 days in a month. Many option buyers, they come to the market, especially very new option buyers who don't have any knowledge, with a small trading capital. They think that just by taking hero or zero trades, they can grow their capital and they can make a huge money. They go for 2 rupees option premium, thinking that it will go to 200 rupees, and they think that they can make a huge profit, only to see that 2 rupees eventually becomes zero and they end up with losing all their capital, because many times this hero or zero trades become zero rather than hero. So that is what the objective behind this video, where I'm going to discuss when you can go for a zero or hero trades and when you should avoid it. And also I'm going to discuss the fundamentals behind zero or hero trades. Because if you don't know the fundamentals, why it happens, and you're just buying zero or hero, most of the time you will lose, just like a lottery ticket where you will be depending on your luck. But in hero or zero trades, if you know exactly when it can start moving, which strike you have to select, what time you have to select, if you have some knowledge, there is a chances that you can slightly increase the win rate. And that is what the objective of today's video, to give you knowledge about zero or hero trades. Before understanding zero or hero trades, it's important to know the fundamentals, that means understanding delta and gamma. So if I have to explain you what is delta and gamma, look at your right, you have a racing car, and on your left you have a accelerator. If you have a car, if you go and start the engine, will the car start moving? No, right? Car will not move until you press the accelerator, right? And that is what the gamma is. Gamma means accelerator and delta means your car. That means if car has to move, then you have to press the accelerator. Same way, if you want to capture the zero or hero trades, then there should be huge gamma movement in your option. In hero zero trades, if it has to move very fast, then there should be huge acceleration in gamma movement. Now let us discuss about the gamma and delta briefly. So if you go to option chain, you know that OTM option normally have 0 to 0.5 delta, ATM option 0.45 to 0.55 delta, ITM option 0.5 to 1 delta, and call option have a positive delta and put option have a negative delta. Now assume that Nifty is currently trading at 22,000 and you expect Nifty to go to 22,100, which is 100 points movement on upside, and you bought a 22,000 call option, which is a ATM option, and assume that it has a 0.5 delta and you paid 100 rupees for this premium. Then how much it moves if Nifty moves by 100 points? That is, your premium will move by 50 points. That means 100 rupees option will become 150 rupees. And that is what the delta is all about. Delta will tell you that how much your option will move for every 1 rupee movement in Nifty. But remember, other than delta vega, there is a theta and vega also, that I'm not going to discuss here, but that we'll discuss in some other video. Let us focus today only on delta and gamma. Now let us discuss about the gamma. Now we already discussed in the earlier slide that if you bought a ATM option which has a 0.5 delta, right, that means 50 rupees movement in your option. Now, along with the delta, assume that you have a gamma which is 0.0008. That means how much your option will move. Will it move same like earlier slide where I shown you 50 rupees movement? No, it will move 58. Why it is 58? Because 50 is delta and 0.008 is gamma. So when you add it, it will be 58. Anyways, delta will move as the underlying is moving. But what I said, when zero hero happens, when there is a huge gamma move. What is the gamma I said earlier? It is the accelerator in the car, right? If you want to go faster, then you have to press the accelerator, and that is what the gamma is. So gamma has to move faster, then only there can be big movement in option, right? Now let me show you this small diagram so that you know more about the gamma. You already know that there is a OTM, ATM, ITM option, right? And you should know that gamma is highest at the ATM option. That means it is less at the OTM option and less at the ITM. That means if you want to go for a zero or hero, that means your option should go in the ATM after you buy that option. Suppose you bought a option out of the money, that out of the money option has to become ATM. Then only there can be movement in your option. Here you can see that suppose 22,000 Nifty is currently trading at, and 22,200, that is what you are aiming for Nifty. You think that Nifty will go 200 points and you bought a call option at 22,000 and Nifty goes to 22,200, then out of the money option has become ATM. And can you see with the graph that gamma is highest at the ATM compared to OTM or ITM? So now I'm showing you one slide where I'm showing you two options. That is, one is 22,200 and 22,400. Okay. Obviously, 22,400 call option means it is slightly out of the money compared to 22,200. So what I'm trying to show you in this video, because you know that sometimes if you traded in option, suddenly a spike comes and suddenly it comes down. That means it will not sustain. Suddenly 10 rupees option can become 100 rupees and suddenly within minute 100 rupees it can come back to 10. That means it will not sustain. Sometimes 10 rupees it can go to 100 rupees, it can go to 200 rupees, 300, like that it can sustain and it can keep going up. So that is what, when it sustains and when it doesn't sustain, that is what I'm going to show you with this video. Let us play this chart first, 22,200 call option, and let us see how it is moving. And you can see that late afternoon there is a huge movement and it is not stopping. It's keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and finally around 3:30 when market closed, you can see that it closed at the high of the day, right? It did not fall. That means it sustained, right? It kept on going up. Now look at the other chart, that chart 22,400 call option chart. You can see that almost that chart, you can see that 1 rupee option went almost 35 rupees, and after that it made a big spike, but it did not sustain. And at the end of market close, you can see that that option came back to where it was, right? So you can see that 22,200 call option chart, from 2 rupees it went almost up to 200 rupees. That means almost it went 100 times. But another 22,400 chart, from around 1 rupee it went up to 35 rupees and again came back where it was. So that means the second chart did not sustain. Why it did not sustain? And the answer is same one. 22,200, which was out of the money earlier, after the underlying movement it closed in the money. Okay, but another chart you can see that 22,400, it gave a movement for a bit, but after that it did not sustain because it stayed out of the money at the end of market close. And now you know the difference. That means when you are selecting the strike, you have to select the strike which you expect it to go ITM at the end of the day. Now let me show you the next chart to show you how to catch the gamma blast. Okay, so this is the Nifty chart. Just for illustration purpose, I am showing you this chart. You can see that currently Nifty trading at 22,000 approximately, just for example. And what you can see on the spot chart. On the spot chart, you can clearly see that Nifty is taking support near the day's low, right? Because earlier there was a support and again Nifty taking support, and currently it is making a double bottom. That means you think that okay, there is a chances that it can take the support from here and it can go up, and it's a expiry day, and now you take a zero or hero trades. Now the question is which option to choose, because you can see that currently it is trading at 22,000 and there is a 22,200, there is a 22,400. Which one you have to choose? Now you have to take a call. Now, if you look at the spot chart, you can see that around 22,200, there is a strong resistance, right? Earlier swing high. So that mean when you're trading at 22,000, you think that mean price have a strong resistance. Then you can go for a 22,200. Why you should not go for a 22,400? Because ask yourself, maybe market have just 1 hour left to close. Nifty has to move 400 points in next 1 hour. Very unlikely. Second thing, where is the next resistance? Next resistance at 22,200. So that means it has to break that level. Then only it can go to 22,400. So then best decision would be going for a 22,200 rather than 22,400. And now let's play the chart and let us see how it went. You can see that it went till 22,200, right? And it has broken the 22,200 also. And finally, where it closed? It closed below 22,400, right? So if you bought a 22,200 call option, then you would have made a good profit in this zero or hero, because 22,200 it went in the money, right? But 22,400 it stayed out of the money. That means end of the day it must have become almost zero. So that's about this first part video series about zero or hero. But before I wind up the video, I want to discuss few things. You should remember that this strategy have a low win rate strategy, but when it works, it can give big moves. And the second one is, don't trade with entire capital, only trade with 1 or 2% of trading capital, and never add or average to losing position. And before taking the trade, understand the risk. As the name itself suggests, it is either hero or zero. So understand that risk before taking the trade. And that is about the first video on hero or zero, and more on hero or zero concept I'll be discussing in my next week video. So let me know in the comment section about this video, and also let me know what you want to learn in this option buying video series. So that's it from my side. I'll see you soon with a new video. Until then, bye and take care.